Hey guys, like, comment, subscribe. Just doing a quick video on MLB free agency. So news comes out today, big signing, DJ LeMahieu, another big signing, Corey Kluber, big trade, obviously last week as well. More news comes out, JT Realmuto gets an offer. And looking at it from the Toronto Blue Jays perspective, who do they have left? Who could they even sign? I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's not looking good for them right now.
We were linked to pretty much every single name this year. We were linked to every trade name. We were linked to every free agent name. There's still Trevor Bauer on the market. There's still a couple good players in the market. There's still Springer on the market. Maybe fate has it that we bring at least one of those two players in. Will one of those two players make us a World Series winner this year? Probably not. But they could contribute to a World Series team next year. Or you never know. We have a whole lot of young kids this year who took a huge step last year, and they could conceivably take another big step. And we could just be having all these great young players coming up. Simeon Woods could be coming. Nate Pearson could become a number one pitcher. Ryu's already great. We signed Robbie Ray. So we're not in a horrible position. We just, as Jays fans, being linked to every team, being linked to every player this offseason, it just feels disappointing.
Yeah, and I even seen a Facebook post after LeMahieu got signed saying, "Oh, Shapiro only paid himself." And I'm not saying that's how I feel personally, but that's clearly how a lot of Toronto Blue Jays fans are feeling. Where, like you said, they were linked to every name, and as more and more names come off the board, not saying that Bauer or Springer or one of the two can't happen. It just, like you said, it feels disappointing in that regard. I'm sure from the fans' perspective. And again, whenever you know that they're in a position where if they just add another name or two, they're clearly going to be one of the best teams in the league. It's hard to rely on guys like Pearson, where last year was so shaky. Woods, Richardson, we haven't fully seen yet. You need some kind of reliability there. Maybe Cole Hamels ends up going there, but still the difference between a guy like Trevor Bauer and Cole Hamels at this point in their careers is pretty different. So they need to make a play for someone. And you know what? Realistically, all the Phillies have done is offer to Realmuto at this point. If they really feel like catcher is a position they want to improve, and they say, okay, another team has offered him 100+ million. We offered George Springer 120 million, and it doesn't look like he's going to take it. Let's just give that to JT. I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world to pay catcher 20+ million per year, but if you see another team doing it, maybe they're willing to, but that doesn't even mean he's going to come here either, right? So it's definitely hard to say for the Jays right now.
I wouldn't see a Realmuto coming here on a long-term contract like that. If anything, I would have thought it would have been a 1 or 2 year contract. So I don't really, if he's into that long-term thing, I don't really see him coming over to us. But that being said, even if we don't get these guys, we need one of these guys to make a play for a World Series championship this year. Yes. Do we need any of these guys long-term? Can any of these guys not be replaced by production stepping up in other places, by prospects coming up, by another year, and maybe going after next year's free agency class? You never know. Maybe this wasn't our year. But if we still have a chance to bring in Bauer and Springer, and if we do at least bring in one of those guys, then I can see us for sure being a playoff team at the very least. Right now, I still see us being in that borderline kind of playoff team right now. I know we were a playoff team last year, and that's kind of where I see us again this year. But that's if all the cards fall the right way. We were very lucky last year when it came towards injuries, for example. So I really do hope that we can bring in somebody just to accelerate it a little bit. But if we don't, and we have to settle for a Cole Hamels, even J.A. Happ, no, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst thing, but again, it's definitely not
disappointing.
It's not a Cy Young winner. It is. And that's just what it comes down to again, because it felt like destined to get 1, 2 of these guys, and then even Liam Hendriks going off the board. It just felt like you were in our training facility. Like, why didn't you come here? What's going on? I feel like that's what fans just want to know, is what's going on. I feel like that's the big thing. Why aren't we getting these guys? And I think that's all it's going to come down to. And you know what? I'm sure before the season, if no one gets signed, we'll probably get those answers.
Exactly.
But definitely let us know what you guys think in the comments. Give the video a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time with more.